Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Jerry's Old Guy Review. Before I even start, hey Marco, there you are on the wall, buddy. So, I picked up the Redcat Gen 8 version 2 last week. So now I've spent some time with it. And as you've all seen, it's been out driving. I ran the Versus Challenge course with it in the first video. Well, I have run it a couple more times since. And while the tires are not perfect, this truck has got some torque. And Redcat's new compound with these wheels and tires and their foams, which it looks like a memory foam again, but it is much softer. The tires are softer after 30 minutes of driving out in 25-degree weather in the snow. These tires were almost just as pliable. They got a little bit stiff, but not bad at all compared to some of the other higher line vehicles, so to speak. But I did up some detailing on it. I'm not quite done with it yet, but I wanted to make this video to follow up on some of the things that I've noticed with the vehicle and compare it to a couple of bigger names just to see where I'm at in case some of you may not have ever gotten to compare this vehicle. Other than the fact that the body is way too big for what a Scout should be, it should be more along the lines of, I don't know, a Bronco 2, which, let's put these side to side for a second. Yeah, bit of a difference. It should be more smaller scale to this. But this technically, in my mind, is more like a 1/8 scale. A lot of these trucks nowadays, the 10 scales are more like 9 scales. But this, to me, is almost like an 8 scale because it's so much bigger than what it should be. But that is neither here or there. Let's get to some of the quick little things. You all saw how green it was. And with some paint and some of the included stickers, I love the way the truck looks now. I looked at tons of pictures on the internet. So let's go. A lot of people didn't like all the chrome with the brushed metal wheels. So I said, what the hell? Let's throw a little red on it, a little flat red. And because I didn't use these on my Blazer, I took the stickers for the TRX4 Blazer wheels and tires, and they fit on there perfectly. I did my letterings on the tires, but as we'll see from the front, the Versus Challenge course is already peeling off the letters or rubbing it off. But a little cut job there. I complained about this weird fender liner that had this big piece right here. So I just cut it out and ground it down with the old wheel. Now it looks like a fender flare, rubberized, undercoated, and satined. Now the white stripes, they come with the kit. I had to remove the Scout 2 stickers that came on it and put the new ones on it once I put the stripe on it. Just did a flat, which will be amazing if you get Spazstick paints. This solid white, when sprayed on the outside, gives you a beautiful flat. There's a little bit of texture in there. It's hard to see because it's so flat. The air intake wasn't very done well, so I had to kind of accent it. I will tell you, with the Redcat, if you buy one of these bodies and you want to do like I do with the body lines and the hood lines and things like that, the indentations are a lot shallower than they are on some of the other kits. So you're in for a lot of patient work. Now, the grill comes black, but I saw a lot of them that were just a brushed aluminum. So that's basically where I kind of went for a look of brushed aluminum with some tape around the light bucket so it gives you that black line. Then, of course, textured and painted the bumpers with my sweet sticker on there. It is funny. Same thing around. The lettering is getting rubbed already because I've been having a field day playing with this. But this vehicle has got enough torque where it gets stuck. These tires are soft enough where they will almost look like a drag racer's tire when it's taken off. They just wrinkle up so good. So we'll see if I rip one off the beadlock. One of the included stickers, and then a little Scale Builders Guild. Darns, I sure as fudge don't give them. And also, if you can't really tell, I painted up the mirrors too, but I left the side windows clear, and I've got some spastic candy shadow black window tint. I like working on with this with the older trucks because if you do it enough so you don't see that little, you can kind of see that where it's not perfect inside. It's a dog hair on there. I like that it looks like older window tint. So they're just a little bit darker, the back and the front, or the two sides and the back. So that is it for detail. So let's move into some of the things that I noticed that haven't really been mentioned. And I inadvertently figured out a nice way to take this. Everyone complains about the Velcro, but if you just grab it and pull it like this, it comes right off. Which, if we didn't show that last time, I love having those inner fenders in there. On top of it having inner fenders. So that's a double whammy that I like. Now, I'm just going to keep holding the camera, I guess. I will tell you, I've run a plug in here for my lights. I guess we'll get into those lights in a few. I ran the plug. This box is not waterproof at all. So if you're going to run in water, you want to make sure you open this up and do something with it. Now, for those people who just love adjustability in vehicles, this vehicle comes with adjustable, what do you got? 9 holes on the fronts. I think there's 9 in there. 9 holes in the front, 9 holes in the rear to adjust your shocks any way you want. There's a nice big opening where it can move in all the different ranges. So, not too shabby for a $299 truck. Where we go to the inner fenders. The front bumper has the winch mount on it. You know, so far, this is a pretty solid rig. But to show more of what I've noticed, and I wish they explained more of it, but some of it I've got down. So, unlike any of the other trucks that have adjustable wheelbases, you have to buy the links if you want to change your wheelbases. This truck has 3 different wheelbases. So this one's in the middle. So there's a shorter wheelbase and a longer wheelbase, both front and rear. So you don't have to buy any new links. You just move those and you're going to have different wheelbases. Same thing with the upper mounts. Your upper mount has different places to go. So boom, if you want to put a different body or something on this truck, that's all you have to do. What else does it have? It's got a ride height adjustment, which is on these pieces here. So it's in the lower setting. You can put it in the higher setting all the way around, or in my opinion, you can take it. It'd be hard to do with this one because this one has the lower panhard mount on it. But say for the rear, if you really wanted to get rowdy, there we go. Take this off and flip it around, and this top piece would put it up even higher. So just for tinkering aspects. Now, the one thing I noticed, I touched on it a little bit, was for a $299 kit, everybody says in the big name, oh, they come with plastic links, plastic this, plastic that. It cuts down on the cost. This truck is $299, comes with the metal shocks, metal wheels, well, they're plastic on the inside, but your metal rings, metal diff covers, metal links, all metal up front. And I was pricing out some of the stuff. They don't have a lot of it in stock at A-Main, but they have a bunch of aluminum parts that you can get from Redcat, which, as I did more research, is pretty inexpensive. To do aluminum, I mean, a lot of people love the brass and whatnots, but still, this truck with the adjustability you have, that you get mounts front and rear if you want to put a different body on this, which, yeah, as beautiful as that body is, you know, to make this more scale with the other trucks, you would have to get a different body. But if you get one of these bodies, and they are inexpensive, and I would suggest such a thing, is Power Shift RC. I got these from A-Main. This was a pretty inexpensive light kit. But the thing with it is it comes with the older looking lights, so they're yellow. So this truck, as I decked it out, it has, because there's so many lights you can put in it, the front bumper, the rear bumper has lights in it, and they are bright lights. It's a nice, cheap Yow Racing kit, $6. Beautiful kit. Plugs right into this box. I got a Y harness. One is for the Yow. One is for the Power Shift. So when you've got the truck running, the body has got the Power Shift. So they're yellow lights. And even the tail lights are dimmer, so they look like an older truck. And I love that. That's a little bit of an attention to detail that just blew me away. But let's get to the table. So here we go. A little bit of sunlight. We have got, in order of release, we have the TRX4, the Redcat, the Axial Gen 3. So you look at what you get. $519, $299, what, $350, I think, is the sport kit. But then even the sport kit doesn't come with the fender liners. You have to buy those separately. So, $350, still have to buy more stuff if you want to deck it out. $299 comes ready to go. $519, you still have to do some things to it. Mainly if you want to make it a capable vehicle. So let's cover. So the TRX4 comes without the liners. When it comes with the stock setup, no adjustability for shocks. If you want to change the links, you have to buy a new link kit. It has none of the doodads other than the diffs are permanently locked. Very similar in body style, in my opinion. I think Redcat, as their in-house, I think they looked at the TRX4, took some of the features, but both of them have the side rails. That was out first. That was out second. Side rails, no fender liners, no adjustability at all. $350. And then you have to get your other stuff. Because I'm going to be quite honest. In this day and age, I think all RC trucks should come with fender liners. TRX4 Sport or SCX-10.3, same thing. They did a lot more work with this transmission. The electronics, even though they're Spectrum electronics, you know, these little doodads, in my opinion, all you needed for this third channel, everybody's burning up these dig motors or dig servos. All you needed was a radio with trim settings so you can trim out this third channel. Because what everyone seems to be doing is modifying it so there's not as much torque on it. Other than that, you know, it came with the exact same bumpers, front and rear, that were on the 2017 SCX-10.2. They did a little motor cover. You know, this truck is noisy, but actually I can't say that now. The more you drive this noisy thing, it's quieting down. But I still think for anybody who wants to get into this hobby, wants to get into crawling, you spend $299 on the Redcat. You buy a different set of wheels and tires if you don't like these super swampers, which are kind of weird for a rock crawler. But hey, that's the license they have and they're using it. So there you go. Just a little bit of my opinion further carried on from the last time. Now that I've spent more time with the truck, you know, all three of these trucks, that's my snow truck, that's my completely modded out super crawler, just something new that I waited for the revision and putting it through its paces so far. I can't wait for summer to really get it out in the dirt, and you know, all I have is snow to work with. So there you go. You know, these guys right here, you can take this and make this, you know, worthy of a $500 truck very easily. Same thing with the TRX4. It's already a good truck. If you wanted to make that the same value as this, you'd have a lot of goodies on it, which basically I have now with the lift kit and the 2.2s on it. You know, I spent the equivalent of this amount of money and I've got a very capable vehicle. This vehicle for $299 gets you in the business where you can start having a good time with crawling. And I still think that is a great thing that we should throw Redcat a bone, get some more of these things, because if these become as huge of a hit as some of these other ones here, that just means we're going to get more goodies from Redcat, and it might still be on the down low, which would be excellent value. Because basically what I've done to this is what a Vanquish VRS 10 or 410, whatever the hell those are, outrageous vehicles. All it is a super engineered SCX10 2. Tell me I'm wrong. Prove that I'm wrong. There is no reason when you can get something like this with all the stuff on eBay and Amazon, you can metal this, any of these trucks, you can metal these things out and still have some money left over for what you would get with a VS410 that you pay $900 for, and then you have to buy all the electronics. So there we go. It turned into a rant. Thanks, everybody. Hopefully, I have helped someone make a decision in the long run. This is Jerry. I will talk to you on the next one.